Ron Fain, welcome. Special guest host.
Thanks, Guy.
First to Know is the name of the podcast about events, top news. But before we start, I just want to let you know that since I've had the opportunity to work with you for now close to 7 years,
Okay.
You've ruined one of my favorite songs.
Oh, good.
So David Bowie's song Fame.
Fame?
What's it? Now whenever I hear it, I hear your last name.
Fain.
What's the name? So anyway, it's just a little trivia on how my mind works. Yeah. So David, whenever you hear that song, go play it tonight.
Okay.
David Bowie, Fame.
I
think it's Fain. It kind of plays along with all the other names like yours in town that people mistake. Fain. Anyways, little Fain trivia for you.
I got that in high school a lot.
Did you?
Not that song, but there was another one called "You Give Love a Bad Name."
You give love a bad Fain?
No, you give love to Ron Fain is what is what all my buddies would say. They're like, anyway.
Now you just ruined the second song for me. Thank you.
Good.
Appreciate that.
There's more good ones where that came from.
But we're not talking about music. We're talking about the 100 Men Who Carry event. That's one of the reasons why you're guest hosting today.
Absolutely. This Thursday, May 30th at Aspire Sports, which is up at the Gateway Boulevard, the old Prescott Gateway Mall, is another 100 Men event.
Nice.
And the nonprofit that we're going to be supporting is Shop with a Cop, their program funded through the Prescott Police Foundation. Super excited to have them as our sole,
beneficiary, if you will.
Beneficiary, thank you with that, beneficiary. It is May 30th, starts, doors open at 5 o'clock. 5 to 6 is a social hour. You can come in and buy a beer, buy a drink, and hors d'oeuvres, heavy foods are being provided by our sponsor, Proforce.
Nice.
And Aspire is the host sponsor, no charge. They're just there letting us use their property. So real happy with Jim Thomas and his generosity for that. And then Blushing Cactus is going to be taking pictures of the event. So happy for Jeremiah and his team to be there. And the Blind Brothers of Arizona, the original Blind Brothers of Arizona and Drapes, is our chip sponsor. And so we've got all the costs covered. You just need to show up with your $100 minimum entry fee. 100% of that money is going to go to Shop with a Cop program.
Do you want to, first off, I think Helkin and Horn's also a sponsor, right?
Yeah, Helkin and Horn's done all our flyers and our promotions.
Awesome. Great people over there. For those who aren't familiar about the 100 Men Who Care, why don't you talk a little bit about what this group does?
There's just a lot of nonprofits in our community, and our community is super generous in responding and supporting those nonprofits. And as opposed to coming up with another nonprofit, 100 Men is just a group of men who organize events for those nonprofits to help put on an event that's an hour long. We try to get 100 men or more there, each at $100 minimum. We've raised $10,000 in an hour's time for a local nonprofit who's already got a structure and a game plan in place. It's an opportunity to learn about that nonprofit. It's an opportunity to support or volunteer to that nonprofit. So 100 Men really is a group and an organization that's really out there supporting all the nonprofits in everything that they do for the Quad City.
Cool. And then this event is new to Shop with a Cop, right? Because we're all familiar with it. Great event. One of my favorite events where the law enforcement officers get to shop with kids that are in need. But this is kind of a pre-event to raise funds for it.
That's right. The Shop for a Cop, it's all been word of mouth for that organization. They've existed for several years. They've done a tremendous job. And as the inflation is increasing and the cost of goods are expensive everywhere, their program's going to be strained. And what they used to budget for per child is now going to be more expensive. So we've come along line and said, hey, this is a worthy program. So we want to put more money into their coffers so they can maintain the same level of service that they've been giving these children.
Very good. So if you want to register for this upcoming event this week, you can go to 100menwhocareyc.com YC.com. That's 100menwhocareyc.com. And it's a free event, but you got to bring $100 and it goes right to the charity for this event, which is the Shop with a Cop fundraiser. And thanks to Ron Fain for making that whole group happen and flourish.
And if you can't make it, if it's important to you and kids are important and these programs are important, if you can't make it, just make a check out to the Prescott Police Foundation. Put in the memo, Shop with a Cop, 100 Men. You can drop off your check or your money at the offices here in Prescott Valley Fain Signature Group or Prescott Glass and Mirror, Scott Dandos. He'll collect anything in Prescott, bring it to the event, as opposed to saying, I'll send my money in later. If you'll just drop off, if you can't make it, drop off your money ahead of time. It makes a bigger splash during the event, and there's a lot of energy in the room. So
guys, get a drink, get something quick to eat, make a big difference in a very short amount of time. That's why I love it. Is there's no messing around. We just get her done. So
just get her done. Program starts at 6. It's going to end right at 7.
Yep.
People are out of there by 7:15.
Moving on. Something happened in Prescott Valley. Phase 2 of Legato demolition is occurring. This is good because we are moving forward. Signal restoration and AZ demolition are on site to complete the final phase of the Legato apartments. Initially, they will clear and separate debris from the parking structure, with the demolition and cleanup likely starting next week. The demo will continue through mid-August. Florentine eastbound remains closed for safety as directed by the fire marshal. Updates will be provided on signalsaz.com or fainsignaturegroup.com. You got any comments you want to make?
Kind of interesting thing. I get stopped by many people and they say, well, how much of this is going to be recycled? How much of it's going to be reused?
Right.
And it's like a plan to go 3 different directions. Some of the material, which is just burnt and can't really be used for anything, will go to a C&D landfill site, and that is charged on the tonnage. What they can separate in metals and reclaim through a recycling program is of value to them. The faster they can do that and reseparate the metals from the concrete, that helps. And then a lot of the concrete that is broken up can be hauled back to the pits for remix into future road base or future concrete mix. And so they're going to try to go 3 different directions and utilize the what's left today, the demolition, recapitalize that into as much of it that they can into the programs of recycling.
So we're learning a lot.
Yeah, we're learning as we go.
Right.
Because we don't know what we don't know, and but the Arizona demolition crew that's out there today they're professionals. This is what they do.
Right.
It's amazing to watch those guys with their equipment pick and sort and create piles. Just
right.
It's mechanical, big giant mechanical machine doing very fine motor separations.
So we got some good news coming up. We're moving forward. We're getting things cleaned up and moving on to the next chapter, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Very cool.
Looking to the future.
Awesome. Moving on, speaking of the future and community building, Yavapai College has won a Quest grant. And basically what that means is they're offering free tuition on certifications and courses offered by Yavapai College and the Regional Economic Development Center. There's a wide range of certificates and support programs through its Quest grant, tuition free for those that qualify. The REDC has secured funding to support qualified learners for needs related to travel, technology, childcare, tuition assistance, stipends for internships, and removing other barriers for dislocated or underemployed workers. For more information on the Quest grant, visit ycredc.com/Quest-grant, or just Google Yavapai College Quest grant and it comes up. It's a great program, either tuition free or partially paid for by the grant, and all types of courses from welding and nursing to office and so forth. So check that out. And then our next thing we're going to talk about is Cougar Country 2024 is now available online and will be arriving in print shortly. So just check out signalsaz.com and search for Cougar Country to check that out. You want to check out, talk about number 5 here on Prescott Valley hosted a block party for National Night Out.
National Night Out, yes. Help fight crime and build a stronger community. The Prescott Valley Police Department is encouraging residents to host a neighborhood gathering for National Night Out, Tuesday, August the 6th. So sign up your party for National Night Out. Register your party by emailing dkelly@PrescottValley/ or -az.gov with your name, address, and the town and staff you would like to visit your party, or contact the Crime Prevention Unit at 928-772-5149 to get their party on the list. Now, National Night Out, what a great program
it is
for community crime prevention. It gets everybody, gets you to start to know your neighbors a little different level. You become more organized. You've got block watches, and that's how we keep crime down and out of our communities, when we all get together and we start
staying together.
That's right, and keep an eye out for one another.
I wonder if, are they a nonprofit? I wonder if they would be a good one for 100 Men in the future.
Could
Just
be.
thinking out loud.
It is a national program, so we might want to take a look at that.
Might be cool. Moving on to Chino Valley, taking place at the Chino Valley Equestrian Park, which is a great partner here over at Talking Glass Media. 333 movie nights, Friday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the 333 Farm and Events in Chino Valley. There will be a movie Footloose, yard games, and music in the event center. And again, this is in Chino Valley. What a great way to kick off the summer. Special guest Matt and Allie's karaoke. Come out, show us your skills in karaoke night. For more info, t3farmaz@gmail.com, or contact the town of Chino Valley for more info. And I'll let you go to number 7, Ron, on the Prescott Valley Community Market taking place here at the Town Center.
Yes, the community markets. It's Sunday, June 2nd from 9 to 2 p.m. in the afternoon at the Prescott Valley Town Center, right here where Harkins Theater is. And it's the community market comes to life through small business merchants that are presented every Sunday. The community event is free to the public. For more information, email Prescott Valley Community. Yeah, it's market@gmail.com. Prescott Valley Community Market @gmail.com for more information on the community show. If you haven't come out and seen it, it's really nice.
Right in the Prescott Valley Town Center. It's not right in here in the mall. The Harkins Theater, In the Game, Talking Glass Media. You got Roses, all these great places and patios to eat. They're even dog friendly, so bring a dog and buy some groceries or trinkets or whatever it is that they are vending at the show. And that's weekly? Is that weekly? Okay, cool.
The weather's great. It's a great time just to stroll and...
Or you can go to that other wonderful place over here and have wine and
Rafter 11.
Rafter 11.
That's right.
Segueing over to Prescott, the New York Times bestselling author Ann Hillerman will be at the Peregrine on June 1st at 2 p.m. She will read from and discuss the writing of her book Lost Birds before answering questions. So the Peregrine on June 1st at 2 p.m. For more info, visit peregrinebookcompany.com. And that's pretty close to being it. Got a couple podcasts, Mind Your Business with Leon, visits with the Up and Smoke barbecue folks. And of course, the Talking Central Arizona Sports with our Prodigal Sports brother, Torrance T.D. Dunham. All these podcasts you can check out on the Prescott Podcast Network at cast11.com. What else we got going on? Anything else?
No, just summer's here. The weather's good.
Did you have a good long weekend?
I did. I had a long weekend. Lots of grandkids, lots of family. Everybody over at the house.
Yeah. So you got zero rest.
I got zero rest. Yeah, it's work. Hamburgers, grilling.
All right.
I totally enjoy it, but everybody's excited to be there. And when you're the host, it's like you're the one doing all the work. But it was a lot of fun to have everybody.
Cool.
there.
Glad to have you again this Thursday at 5 p.m. Aspire Sports in the Pine Ridge Marketplace, formerly the mall.
Yep.
What was the
Gateway?
They used to be the Gateway Mall. Now it's the Pine Ridge Mall. But come to Aspire Sports, all men. Bring your $100. Come meet Ron Fain, and let's raise money for a good cause.
Absolutely.
See ya.